welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but look at that. Here, we have the 24s on here, 37, with a negative 51 offset. We have a matching pair, and I believe that looks absolutely really good. What I'm doing right now, I'm basically adjusting my caster, because I feel like my caster angle is keeping the wheel from not returning to center. So it's a little bit harder to turn back to center, but it's not too hard. So I'm just doing a minor adjustment, 2 turns on each lower control arm. I got these upper and lower control arms so I can dial in the suspension a little bit. So I already did that side. Got that one pushed down 2 turns. Now I'm doing this one 2 turns because I already had alignment. So we're just doing 2 turns on this lower portion here. So I want a little bit more caster. So they said 7 degrees is good. I don't have an angle finder with me right now, so I'm just doing a little fine tuning. I just don't want what they used to call it a kingpin, right? But I just don't want this ball joint aligned with this ball joint. You have terrible steering. This ball joint should be ahead of this ball joint. So that's why it's up in the air right now. So when it comes down, it should go back and readjust. So let's do that right now.
And I know while you was in the monkey wrench, hey, this is what I have, so I gotta make do. And then we, do fine tuning later.
Okay. Let's take it first. Airbag, guys. The clock spring, it blew, and the clock spring is, gone, whatever. So I gotta replace the clock spring before I replace the airbag. But I got a recall on the airbag, so that's good. I just get paid to replace the clock spring. Just this thing here, and then should be all set. But just want to see how if it goes back to center on its own. I mean, I kind of had to turn that one right there. I might need a little bit more caster. It's really easy to do. It's really quick. Let's go around, turn it this way. Let's see what it does. It's trying to go more back to on its own, but see, I still have to turn it some, which I shouldn't have to do. It should automatically go back on its own. Quick update. I mean, let me put my seatbelt on. The thing is always going to be dinging. But quick update. So looking at the Jeep, it rides absolutely straight. I mean, it did get a professional alignment. When you lift the Jeep, I think you have to do a couple more things. You have to do a little bit more dialing in when you lift your Jeep. But look at this. Okay, so this goes straight on its own, and it does try to go back to center. I did 4 turns. I did 2 at first. I went back. I liked it, but I said do 2 more. Do 2 at first, and now I'm doing 2. I did 2 again. We used to wander like more. I used to kind of have to shake the wheel back and forth, but now I don't have to do as much effort turning. Turning is a little bit easier. Because it's something with the geometry. If your caster is too negative, it rides like a shopping cart. It will instantly try to make a turn, and it won't return back to center because that's the way it's not designed that way. And as you can see, I'm barely turning. It used to wander a lot. No more wandering. Rides really good. I think I'm good to go. I think I like this setup. I'm gonna see how it rides on higher speeds, but before I even take this thing on the highway and I do anything extra with it, I'm gonna fix this clock spring, and then I want to re-gear. But as I say, no point in me re-gearing. So let's swap the axles first. Then let's take it and get it more back dialed in. Make sure the cast is right, because the aftermarket axles, it adjusts that issue. Because the stock axles can only do so much. You got to find a sweet spot with the stock axles. But with the aftermarket axles, they are made for lifted Jeeps, and they're just a little bit different, everything's a little bit different. You get it better dialed in. So the whole purpose of this was to get the axis of rotation in front of the contact patch, so that way the geometry is correct. So it's the next day here, and we're going to adjust this this suspension a little more. So with the angle that they are at, as you can see, let me see if I get a good view of that. Let's see if I can get well, you kind of see that the angles, they are slant. See, there you go. You kind of see that they kind of slant down a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to correct that, because when your angles are
like they are there, like slanted like that, it takes more impact into the chassis because it just comes straight up in here, rather than if they were flat, it will go straight up in the spring. So there's less compression in the spring, and it's going more from the bottom to the chassis. And when you lift your Jeep, remember your axles, they stay like this. They kind of tilt inward. You actually decrease your wheelbase a little bit, like, because this will come swinging in. So when everything goes up, it acts as an arc. I don't know if you guys are following me. So basically, lift your Jeep, it acts as an arc, and these are no longer straight. So when your vehicle bounces up and down, it's actually going at an arc like this. So that's why it's better to have your geometry correction brackets, so that way they're straighter. The flatter your control arms, the better the ride. If you guys follow me, I'm trying to explain it the best I can. But okay, but yeah. So
Let me show you what JKS manufacturing. I mean, this has been out for a while, so I don't expect it to be something new to everybody. But for those who just get in their Jeep and stuff like that, hey, this could probably be some content that could be very useful. Oh man, they got the staple boxes. That's how you know when they pack it good. Look at this. You got some nice black finished geometry correction brackets with the hardware. This is going to be used not on the frame, because when we use the frame bolt, the bolts to the original arm. But this is going to be used for the control arms. And I forgot how it is. I believe your higher your lift, this is built for a 3 to 4 inch lift. Remember, my Jeep is lifted 5 inches. So that's going to definitely help with this correction. We're also getting to correct those too as well. I mean, these are at an angle as well. We're going to correct that a little later. But this here, I think this hole here, let me see. This hole here is for a 4 inch lift. This one's lower. Let's check out the directions. I really do have bad luck. It just started raining. Basically do lower and upper arms here. I see right here. So start moving these arms here.
Jeep life.
Yep. Right when I got home, it started raining. My luck.
What's wrong with it?
No, I'm just putting some geometry correction brackets on it.
Oh, nice.
So just, lifted it, so correcting a little bit.
What was that, 3.5 inch?
5 inch Fab Tech.
5 inch lift.
Fab Tech, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I just want to put the drop brackets on so it rides good with the caster.
Yeah. I had mine had a 3 inch lift on it.
Uh-huh.
The whole underneath fucking rotted out. It came loose from the friggin' from the axle. It rotted out from going on the beach too much.
Yeah.
The person before me.
Yeah.
Salt, fucking the bracket just rotted out. I had to get it welded together, traded it in, got it. So I got one that was non-molested. I got to lift it again though.
Yeah, nice.
17.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this is an older one. This is a 12.
Yeah.
No, 13. 13. Yeah. But
It's nice, the beast.
oh yeah, that's what thank you. People like the truck more though.
What's that?
People like the truck more.
I don't.
Yeah. I got a 2018 Ram lifted 6 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Yeah. I like my vehicles big, but
Yeah.
I want a 2500 though.
Yeah.
No, I want 25. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I need to get some 35s and do. I want probably end up doing like a 2.5 inch.
Yeah.
But if the Jeep I have now, it has the factory suspension.
Yep.
It fucking rides like shit.
It does?
One runs so much better.
Wow.
I put 33s on this one in the meantime.
Yeah.
But it just rides like shit compared to my other.
What do you got? MTs or what?
What's that?
What do you put on the 35s? MTs?
I bought it all done up. I'm not even sure what it had on it for the suspension. I think it was Fox.
What does it ride like? Does it wander a lot?
What, the one now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any. It's just a stock.
Okay.
It's just a stock, and it just you feel everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't like it? Because this one was stock. It rolled pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. With the stock and then putting the 33s on it, with no lift, it just you feel every bump.
You got a Dana 44 in the front, or?
No.
Okay, Dana 30 in the front.
I just got. My buddy knows all the shit that worked on my other one. The one told me to get rid of it, just welded it back together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it to him and put give him like $3,000 and say, hey, put a nice fucking lift in it.
Yeah.
But
They don't cost that much. Well, yeah, if you're gonna buy the lift too, yeah.
yeah, have him do it, and then I'll have to get new tires.
Yeah.
Open up that can of worms.
Yeah, I mean, but it's still gonna run in 33s though for a little bit.
Yeah, they'll look lost in the wheel well.
Yeah, with a 3-inch, yeah. It will. Cause I had 35s on this, it looked terrible.
Yeah.
Let's
go, brother.
All right, bro. Take care. Look, no hands, not swaying to left or right. And before it would feel, I would, if I hit a bump, we would feel it in the chassis. There is less impact. I know that's gonna go off. It's gonna drive me crazy, but there is less impact. Sorry about this noise, guys. Hold on, let me put my seatbelt on just real quick because I want y'all to hear exactly what I'm saying. Throw that in. Okay, so there is less impact when it comes to feeling it. And I used to hit a bump. Oh my god, you used to feel it, boom, and you feel it. It hits and it goes all. It just goes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Fucking maniac! Wow, fucking crazy psycho. It used to go right in the chassis. It used to go right. So before I was interrupted, yeah. So you would feel it right in the chassis, but the impact or the bumps. But I feel absolutely nothing right now. It just feels, oh man, not this. It feels really good. Hold on, I gotta back up. I am not staying behind this. I have to go myself. Okay, there it goes. Okay, there it go. So yeah, so you just feel it right. You used to feel it right in the chassis, and it just feels amazing now. I don't feel as the bumps hitting me. I'm gonna hit this little pothole here. See? Oh, it does feel so much better. That does make a big difference. Wow, who knew? Who knew when the upper control arms are at an angle that it would ride this different? Guys, it feels amazing. So I'm just gonna park this real quick because I do have to come back. Put this up piece here. Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all the geometry correction brackets. As you can see, it is dropped. It's made for a 3 to 4 inches of lift, they said, but mine lifted 5 inches, so it did need this kind of correction. You can see that upper arm is more level with the ground. It's a slight tilt, but it's way better than what it was. That is a double cardan, so I'm not worried about how that transfer case is pointing right now until we get an aftermarket axle. We're going to address all those issues later, so I'm not worried about this angle because up top is a double cardan, so it's made for if your pinion angle is off. So don't worry, that we're going to fix that anyway. But yeah, we got everything back in line and in spec so far. But look at the geometry correction brackets. I was looking with the other side, nice and leveled. Wow, I mean guys, big huge upgrade. This part here, so let's see if I can zoom out for you. Look at that big solid one-piece part. What you call it, welded, because I did chip off a little bit of the paint there because the axle got away from me a little bit. But yeah, that's a much softer ride what I was going for. So yeah, if I recommend, if you guys, your vehicle feel like a brick, get the geometry correction brackets or get long arms, because long arms will also flatten out your control arms. It will mount up somewhere back here and it will ride that much better without an arc. Now my arc is probably very minimal. So yeah, I gotta clean this thing too.
All right, guys.
All right, so that's gonna end it for this week's vlog.